Hey guys, the Commander Casual here. I'm playing my Mogis God of Slaughter Attrition deck. Doesn't actually run the card Attrition in it, but the whole point is the actual word Attrition, in that we want to make it to the late game and slowly bleed everybody out and win the game. We're playing against Daxos of Miletus, which is probably going to be kind of like a blue-white Voltron-y life gain style deck. Could be like a play other people's spells style deck as well, so I think could be really cool, but we'll see. We're also playing against Marath, Will of the Wild. So this is usually just like kind of like a big Naya ramp deck. Sometimes there's a big focus on like creature tokens, or sometimes there's a big focus on counters. It's kind of dependent on how the person wants to run the deck, but the whole point is to cast Marath a whole bunch of times. I've seen a Marath version where they ran a bunch of those cards where they basically, like, regardless of whether or not they're blocked, they can assign their combat damage if they weren't. So they just dump tons of counters onto those big beaters and then swing in for tons of damage. And we're also playing against Queen Marchesa, which this could be just about anything in the Mardu colors, but it's most likely kind of a value deck. I've seen a dethrone, sorry, not a dethrone, a Monarch deck out of Queen Marchesa before, which is pretty cool. But again, we'll have to wait and see. This guy's got a Scavenging Ooze already. So a little spooky. This wasn't the greatest hand to keep, but I already mulliganed out of a one lander, and I didn't want to mulligan down past 7 if we had 2 lands, and one of them's a scry. So we're hoping to draw into more land, but we'll see. Sorry if I'm making gross noises during this. I think I'm getting sick, so. Core Haven for the Marchesa player. Belwar Stone. And nothing. I'm assuming they're just tapping out so they can F8. Yeah. I guess we'll play our Firebrand Archer. That land tax. Yeah, if this guy gets a land tax right now, that'd be super convenient. Oh, is that what he got? Yeah. That'll be very convenient for him. So we'd really like to draw into more land so that Temple of the False God actually does something, but if we have to awkwardly play it next turn, then so be it, I guess. Kitchen Finks. Maybe this is like, what's it called? Birthing Pod style deck? I don't know. Kitchen Finks is just a good card, but. Oh, I guess the Persist is really good too, because you can just give it a counter from Marath and get rid of the -1/-1 counter. Sorry, I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper because it's delicious. Press 6 to pass someone else's turn, and I pass my own. Feels good. That's super awkward. MTG. Think of that Enlightened Tutor as going to your hand. Such value. Wait, how is... Oh my god, censored. Apparently, it's offensive. Yeah, for those that don't know, if you type OMG, it gets censored. Like that. So, yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna play Marchesa, so he's the Monarch now, so he gets to draw a card on his end step. So he's a Death Touch Haster. Changes the battlefield, you become the Monarch, and then if you're not the Monarch during your upkeep, you get a 1/1 Assassin that has Death Touch and Haste. Which is kind of cool. Oh, deck. Oh, deck. Why are you doing this to us? Oh, super awkward temple that we can't do anything with. drawing lands. Oh, that's frustrating. We're just gonna not irritate people. That's one of the reasons I have a really hard time playing like decks that don't have blue or green in them. It's just you kind of have to rely a lot more on luck, I find. And like I'm running a ton of mana rocks in here. If you're curious of which ones, check out the deck tech. But like Soul Ring, Charcoal Diamond, Fire Diamond. I'm not running Mana Crypt because I think Mana Crypt's a little broken. But Mind Stone for this guy, and also I'm running it. Hedron Archive, and just a couple more that I'm not thinking of at the time being. But I got dudes. I got mana rocks to make up for the ramp, but I didn't get any mana ramp or card draw in this hand. So yeah, he's okay with trading those, obviously. That's funny because yeah, the trades here, or this guy gets to be the monarch, so he's just gonna get to be the monarch then. Like slid a little bit across and covered up this guy's mountain, but it's his. He's the monarch. Yeah, because it is the monarch thing's treated as an emblem, as it says here. I think it thinks that it's right here. That's why that awkward gap is there. Yeah, I mean, at least it's working properly. Yeah, and he gets an assassin because it's his upkeep. This guy attacks with Queen Marchesa. We'll probably attack because we want to be the. He'll probably attack this guy with the assassin just to become the monarch again. And if he attacks somebody with Queen Marchesa, we'll let it through so we can attack him and get the monarch emblem because we want to draw an extra card if we can at all. We even scryed one too. That's why I was more okay with keeping the opening hand, as I was like, oh, we can scry away a non-land. Which I've already forgotten what we scryed away, but I'm really sorry to anyone here who found it offensive. Apology not accepted. Please no report. They're talking about the typing OMG into the chat and how it's censored, because apparently that's offensive. Oh, he's going full salvo. He really wants to be the monarch. Works for us, unless he plays something. Or just Core Haven's Firebrand Archer. That'd be really annoying. Monarch's a really cool mechanic. I just like mechanics that facilitate multiplayer and stuff like that. Like I like the Will of the Council and Council's Dilemma cards as well. Because they just encourage participation. Yeah, so he's the Monarch again. Because the space that it would have occupied on this guy's board is now gone. So it's pretty funny, but yeah, just don't. Okay, that's okay. But now just don't play another thing so I can attack you and be the Monarch. There you go. I'll minimize that. I was thinking, like, does anybody have in their anything in their graveyard yet? Is this only? Oh, if it's a creature card, it gets the counter. Okay. So it was like he could have probably, he had the mana up, so he could have buffed this in response and blocked the Marchesa. But if he wanted to trade, I suppose the Marchesa does have Death Touch. So um, signet dude. Resolve. This guy just hasn't yielded because he's probably not paying attention. Ah! Ah! It's a little frustrating. Just a little bit. Yep. Still a Signet. You gonna... There we go. He figured it out. Yeah, so he's gonna play a Coalition Rock as well. Sweet. So we can attack this guy and become the Monarch. Signet OP. Brave Giant Resolve. No! Oh, the frustrating thing too is like if we draw a land, we won't be able to play it this turn either. Oh my god. He's not, he's just, I'm sure this guy's like looking at something off screen or something like that. Or just not really paying attention. Which is frustrating. Oh my goodness. There we go. He's got Beast Within. He's just waiting to use it at the right moment. Fair enough. He's gonna always yield to that. Gonna always yield to that. Oh my goodness. We can't even cast it. We can't blow our Terminate in response to the cleanup step either. It's unfortunate. What do we pitch? Probably like Wound Reflection or Sunbirds. I think we'll pitch Sunbirds. We're just not going to get the time to use it in this game. Or at least probably not. Just going to tap out. Because it will make this easier. I love this Terminate art though. I like all the Terminate arts. Even the old one that's like a volcano exploding. The new one with Sun Titan getting terminated is pretty awesome, especially when you combine it with the flavor text. Where it's like all suns must set. Pretty awesome. Like I know I could keep my mana up for Terminate, but I'm not. I don't wanna. I don't, because anything I terminate at this point is gonna piss people off. So dying to mana crypt begins. 0-2 record. Can't he make it 3 for 3? I do have 0 sympathy. That's the whole point of mana crypt. That's why it's a free artifact that gives you 2 mana. It has to have a downside. And it's not even like that regular of a downside. Because if you get lucky, you can take literally no damage from mana crypt. What did he just do? Oh, he's using Scavenging Ooze to exile my graveyard. I mean, like, if he has the mana up, he might as well, right? It's not like he's losing anything from exiling stuff in people's graveyards. If I'd put an Ethamancer in there or something, he would have gained a life and put a counter on his dude, so I don't want to discard any creatures for him. If we get another land we can actually play, though, we can play the Nethomancer. Why? Oh, because he wants the Monarch, that's why. It's like, why me? Yep, you get to be the Monarch. Even with the crackback, we needed to do that, because the fact that we still didn't draw a land is proof enough. Give me some land, or card draw, or a mana rock. Something, so I can play spells. Like, ideally, we just draw 2 lands in the next 2 turns, because then we'd also get Temple of the False God active. I think the other day I was just talking about how Temple of the False God usually doesn't screw us like this, but bound to happen eventually. I should have knocked on wood. Such an interesting card art. I had years to prepare while they had mere minutes. Sorry guys, it's probably gross. I'm just gonna dig into this guy, get his Monarch back. See, Monarch's fun like that because it forces attacks and stuff like that. Well, it doesn't force it, but it encourages it. Because everybody wants to be the Monarch. Everybody likes to draw cards, right? Is it combat damage? Yeah. I was wondering if creatures dealing damage for another way would get you the Monarch card. Oh, flying. Oh yeah, I played a Chroma's Memorial. So, Pearl Black Red, First Strike, Flying, Trample, Vigilance. On the Death Touch Hasty Assassin. Let's give haste too. Yeah. I mean, I know all these guys have just haste anyway, but I was like, I'm sure this gives haste. And of course, the Chroma's Memorial is holding the Chroma's Sword, which is also a magic card called Sword of Vengeance, which gives, it doesn't give the protection or flying, I don't think, but it gives First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, and haste. I guess the black. Oh, yay, we got a land. So I can play an Ethamancer now. So that's the thing. I'll take it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? You can make this guy take 2, this guy take 1, or this guy take 1, 2. Just 2. Okay. Who do we do it to? I think we'll do it to this giant penguin guy. Chroma's Memorial is a card I just never seem to run. I don't have it in paper, and I haven't got it for my MTGO library yet, so it hasn't made its way into any of my decks. Who do we ping for 2? Or 1? I guess just hit this guy. I'm kind of equally scared of these guys, but and we're not going to attack because that will get us nothing. We're also safe from the Daxos player for now, unless he plays and equips something to it. Because we can trade with an Ethamancer or Firebrand Archer. Tails never fails. Did he get it? He rolled heads anyway. Oh, it failed. Weird. It's almost like it's a 50% chance. I didn't mean to put that in capitals. That makes me look like a jerk. Ooh, double strike. Yeah, so fun thing about the combat damage trigger abilities on creatures is if they have double strike and they hit twice, it triggers twice. So maybe he attacks us here. I think he does. Because the assassins get. Well, I guess if the assassins try to block him, they'll both die. Oh wait, no, they have first strike, don't they? Yeah. So we get attacked here anyway, or it just doesn't attack anyone. Duelist Heritage is also cool because you can give anybody, you can give anything double strike. Whenever one or more creatures attack, you may have target attacking creature gain double strike. So you can do it to um, other people's cards, but because it's a trigger after the attack, you know who they're going towards, right? So you couldn't be like, you could try and like negotiate with someone and be like, hey, I'll give you double strike. If it were like a beginning of combat trigger, be like, hey, I'll give you double strike, and they can be like, surprise, I'll kill you with it. But because it's on the attack trigger, you already know where they're going, so you can give the ones not attacking you double strike if you want. Tireless tracker. And he sacked the clue right away. Now next turn, all we gotta do is just draw. If we draw a mountain or a swamp, I'm totally content. Totally content. I'd be content out of 10. What do we play? We play Stranglehold, Spite for Visions, Spiteful Visions, or No Mercy. No Mercy's good, just to be defensive. Karmic Justice. Well, luckily, No Mercy only destroys creatures. Oh, is he going to counter that? Into the Royal on the Memorial. Fair enough. Is he not kicking it to draw an extra card? Weird. Yep. You can let it resolve. Thank you. This guy's also the least involved in the chat, which is kind of funny. So I'm sure he's looking at something off screen. I mean, not that I don't have another screen going too, but I'm looking at what I'm actually recording or just my music. I mean, if I'm in game, usually and I'm not recording, I'll have like a YouTube video going on the side or like something on Netflix. I actually really like doing it with documentaries, but so you're gonna give it double strike? Do it, double strike. Yeah, it looks like this guy's playing. Oh, excuse me. He's trying to play to the kind of multiplayer mechanics because Goad is another really cool multiplayer mechanic. Because for those of you that don't know, when you goad, who's he attacking? Oh, he attacked this guy and he goaded Daxos. So Daxos has to attack next turn. So how goad works is you goad a creature and then the goaded creature has to attack if they can, but they can't attack the player that goaded them. So now that this guy, yeah, he attacks. It's not forever. It's just for the next combat. But for the text lines, yeah. So he now Daxos has to attack on his next turn, but he can't attack this guy. Chaos Warp, great. We could try Chaos Warping our own, like an Ethamancer. I'm gonna do it. This might not be the greatest play, but I want to try it. See if we get rewarded. We did it, but we still can't play anything, unfortunately. The gods are merciful. Yeah, so I just paid 3 mana to Rampant Growth. Actually, it's more like a Perilous Forays, I guess, because we had to get rid of our Nethomancer, but that's okay. And I think we'll keep this. We're probably going to get attacked by Daxos next turn, but... I mean, Cast Warping for a land's kind of a safe bet, honestly. It's more likely to be a land than anything else. Although, if you're sorting it into 2 piles of land and anything but land, it's more likely to be an anything but land, but... I'm just adjusting my headset. Just being like, yeah, you should attack him. Although, I guess the Daxos can't attack this guy anyway. I mean, if we get attacked, I don't think we'll block. But hopefully he doesn't. He'll hit like two things. Hopefully he doesn't hit like a big thing. Like one of our primordials or something. I mean, luckily, like 2 of our big enchantments are already out of our library. But yeah. He's going to give it double strike. So I guess we take it. Mate. The crying face. Crying. Yeah, we're just going to take it. At least, like, he'll probably gain some life, a decent amount of life from this, which might make him more of a target. Sorry, guys. Just clear my nose. Oh my god, of course he gets Lava Ball Trap. It's like the most expensive card in our deck, and a command tower. What's the cost on this thing? 2 or more lands enter the battlefield, yeah. I love the traps, since I built that trap deck. And Lava Ball Trap is actually, like, playable in other decks, so... Most of the traps aren't that playable. Mindbreak Trap's probably pretty playable in just about anything. Because it can be like a free counter, but... Oh. Just adjusting in my chair so I can stretch while I sit. What did he just do? Oh, he's just exiling the stuff in my graveyard. Yeah, still no creatures in the graveyard yet. But the graveyards are empty. We don't really have a lot of, or any graveyard recursion in this deck to my knowledge, so we're not concerned about it. The original draft of this deck had a Grave Betrayal in it, but I ended up cutting it for something else. Why? 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 Why am I being attacked? Is he gonna play Marath here? Yeah, I should have. Like, seriously? I don't I don't understand. I just don't understand. Okay, that's fun. We take another 4. Getting punished for no reason. How would you get double strike if you attack me? I seriously don't understand why this guy attacked me over this Daxos player, but I don't know if he's just like he's saying that to like because he's being vindictive and he's targeting me specifically for some reason, or he's just straight up means that and was like, yeah, I probably should have attacked him, but didn't. Regardless, I'm chapped. Acidic Slime. If this blows up one of my lands, okay. Gonna get rid of the Karmic Justice, which means that guy's gonna get one of his things blown up as well. Sacred Foundry. Yeah, so now he doesn't have any red. What a 10/10 slime. Retribution. I like these two guys interacting in the chat. It's fun. Makes this feel more like a paper game. Okay, so we still got access to red. This guy's weird in the chat, but this Saint Somerville guy, not Justice. No, I like Retribution better. He means Justice because the card's called Karmic Justice, but yeah, he's gonna replay Chroma's Memorial. It's just gonna get countered. That's probably why he entered the world in the first place. And also didn't kick in at the Royal. Because he's keeping up the gate mana. Because he had 2 mana up last time, so. Let's attack the Daxos player. He's been able to retain the Monarch Crown for quite a while now. Or for a few turns at least. Yes, he's gonna go Daxos again. Which means I'm gonna get attacked again, unfortunately. Could always terminate it. Smoke. Not crazy helpful here. We could No Mercy and smoke. I like that. Get some defense up. Now we're gonna do some Firebrand archer damage. Yep, you can Coalition Relic. Unless this guy counters No Mercy or something. Oh my goodness, don't. No. Yeah. So I guess we just terminate Daxos then. Yep. Nope, we don't have enough mana for that. Uh, I think I'm just gonna do it now while he doesn't have any colored mana up. Yeah, didn't want to do that, but that's what had to happen. Normally I would have held that up, but it's based on the counters that this guy, or the control aspects that this guy is running, and that he has so many cards in hand, I didn't want to risk him having another counter for it, and I don't want to take another 4 damage from Daxos, so. He said you're going to come at Daxos either way, and I would have if he attacked me with it, yeah. But, oh yeah, I was going to attack you. Yeah, but that's your choice still. But that's your choice. Birthing Pod. Called it. It might not be a pod deck. It could just be a deck that runs pod, but it looks kind of like a pod deck, especially when you're running cards like Wall of Omens and Kitchen Finks. What did he sack to it? Oh, the slime. I feel like this is gonna eat my. Oh no, he's gonna kill them. It was 100% death too, so it didn't really matter. Winferno Titan. I like that. This makes me want to build a birthing pod deck. Maybe that'll be the next deck I do is a birthing pod deck. Maybe I'll do like a rune birthing pod deck and do like I'll do enter the battlefield effects with rune, but it'll be built around the pod as well. I don't know. I find lots of birthing pod decks are all about doing some like kind of janky combo with 2 dudes, but it's not really what I want to do. I just want to do value. I was in such a good position. I was feeling good. You were in too good of a position. Bloody Acroma. Yeah, pretty much. Angerstein making on the pod. Yeah, probably the right idea. You'd want to do it on the Inferno Titan, but that definitely looks like a pod deck. So, Grenzo and Mom seems pretty good. Mom, no! So do we... I guess we can't Mogis and Smoke next turn, because we don't have that much red. We could Spiteful Visions and Smoke next turn. But we're taking damage off the Spiteful Visions, which I don't love. But it also increases our devotion to red for the Fanatic. Yeah, maybe we do that. We'll see what we draw. If we draw another red source, then we might smoke at Mogis. Although smoke wouldn't have done that much this game. I can't wait to give Inferno Titan Inferno Titan Double Strike. I can wait. Uh-oh. How about we go for Daxos, guys? Oh, polluted bonds. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the original plan. I like polluted bonds, but do we? Ah, yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of damage with Firebrand Archer, and we're just gonna play Smoke and Spiteful Visions. Knowledge brings the sting of disillusionment, but the pain teaches perspective. That's you gotta have more perspective. That's what I always say. Always, for and forever. It's my motto, basically. I'm lying. It's not. Boop boop boop. There we go. I don't like that one, but you get extra cards. It's group hug. Mixed feelings for sure. Yeah, we're gonna leave that up to block if we have to. Because if we've got a double strike Inferno Titan, actually I guess we wouldn't be able to block the Inferno Titan anyway. But I'm gonna put that one first. Everybody dies. I mean, we all do sometime. Hopefully it doesn't have like Lightning Greaves or something to throw on it, because that's definitely coming for us. I got rid of Mom. Yeah, the more cards you draw, the more damage you're gonna take. Double strike Inferno Titan. I'll regret that one. Uh-oh. We could be dead here. It's targeting Marchesa. I effing dare you to attack me. I dare you to attack him too. I dare you to attack someone that isn't me. Take that, Monarch. I appreciate your nothing. Trash talk. I don't think he meant to say that in two different words or two different messages. And trash play. Got him. Got him. It's been a social game, and I really enjoy that because it's a lot more like playing Paper Commander would be. Yay! We're not dying. It's gonna beef up the Winferno Titan, I'm sure. I mean, it's all attacking this guy. No. Oh wait, is the oh it's because he's blowing up Daxos. I'm assuming he's still giving Inferno Titan double strike because he's still gonna smash this guy for a ton of damage. Can I make Penguin pay for it? You shall pay for this. You shall all pay. What's he doing? Impulse. Oh, he's digging for something. Never mind. Only Penguin is paying. I ain't got the cash. Who are we waiting? Are we waiting on this guy still? Okay. So Daxos and the assassin die. This guy takes 6 times 2, so 12. Plus 3 is 15, plus 4 is 17. So he's not dead, but he takes a wallop for sure. Oh, right, he's got Core Haven. I forgot about that. Okay, so he only takes 7, which isn't nearly as big. Core Haven in for the rescue. No one expects the lands. They never do. It's been a fun game, even if we haven't gotten to play that much of it. Oh, yeah, this guy gets the Monarch now. Well, he takes an extra damage from the Spiteful Visions then. And we get 2 draws. It'd be awesome if we got a swamp or some land at all and a necromantic selections, because then we could board wipe everything, but take the Winferno Titan. Army raid. No, no. Yeah, we can redirect the damage to raid. Because Spiteful Visions is damage, it's not loss of life, so you can redirect the damage. Because you can't redirect loss of life effects to Planeswalkers. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't type anything that rude there. I typed jerk. But my card drawing hubris was my downfall. I like that this guy is now participating more in the chat as well. It's fun. Oh, we lost one. Oh no. This guy just DC'd. Although he didn't quit, so I'm sure it's just like a internet connection thing, because he's definitely not out of this game. I think he'll be back too. Delicious Diet Dr. Pepper. Um, Suggest to me interesting commanders you think would make for a unique pod deck. I'm curious. It'd be fun. I feel like I probably want to do some color combo that obviously, well, I mean, it has to have green in it so I can have the pod. But with white and blue, because that'll allow me to tutor it up a lot faster. Actually, that's not even, yeah, as long as it has a color to tutor for it. So white, blue, or black is fine. Put that there. I dropped a jelly bean, and it's been lost forever. That's unfortunate. Sorry if you can hear me chewing that jelly bean. That's probably not ideal. Yep, take your counter off Coalition Relic. More beast decisions. Green. I clarified by saying in green. Little did he know. I'm really enjoying this chat. He knows little. Very little. I mean, I clarified the green because there is Pongify and Rapid Hybridization, which are a lot like Beast Within effects, but specifically targeting creatures that cost 1 blue. Yar knows little did he, says I. Think he's going for the pirate voice there. I'm thinking about doing a pirate tribal deck, but I'm waiting for Rivals of Ixalan to come out. Speaking of which, let's check spoilers. I really like the pirate tribe, but yeah, I wanted to see all the, well, I want the whole thing to come out. That's it? No more spoilers? Ah, disappointing. It's still the same spoilers from before. So Immortal Sun, Tetsamok, and then I think Bonus Hunger's regular. So that looks like it's the Immortal Sun on the floor there that Vona's standing on. So for those of you that don't know the story, the Immortal Sun is in the like lost city um, on Ixalan that everybody's been trying to find, and basically Explorers of Ixalan, the storyline kind of ends with Jace, Vraska, Vona, Tishana, another evil Rivers Herald, and I think Angrath and Hotley all getting to the city at the same time, and they all want the Immortal Sun for different reasons. Yeah, this guy's still just waiting. Um, and then it's kind of like it's a fight for it. So like the ground starts shifting, and Jace basically falls off like a waterfall or something, and smacks his head. And he's been suffering from amnesia. That's why he's working with Vraska, because he didn't know who he was, and has been slowly kind of relearning his powers. But as he smacks his head, Vraska and everybody around starts seeing old Jace's old memories kind of coming back and flooding into everybody else's heads too. So it's kind of like implied that their alliance will now end and their kind of semi-romance that was going is going to get super awkward, I'm sure. Because Vraska and Jace hate each other normally, because he's the guild pact and she's the like Golgari champion. She wants to be the Golgari guild leader. That's why she's hunting down the Immortal Sun for Nicol Bolas, because he basically promised her that. But I'm thinking they're going to do one of those elder dinosaurs for each of the colors. Originally, Galta, the green one, was spoiled, and it was like, oh, they'll probably do either just him or one for each of the Naya colors, just because the dinosaurs are in the Naya colors. But then Tetsamok, the black one, got spoiled. So I'm sure they'll do one for each color. Did that just, yeah, that just wiped everything. Hard reset. Yeah, I did. Back to square one. We're now sitting pretty comfortable actually, because everybody's pretty similar life totals. This guy's is a little bit lower, but I think we play a polluted bonds here or a stranglehold maybe, or just get Mogis out and start doing some damage. Neheb, that's kind of scary. Well, that's only scary if you can actually do something with all the mana. Anyway, as I was saying, I saw the with this new spoiler, the Captain's Hook card, which turns something into a pirate. So I'm gonna do a atypical pirate deck and turn my commander into a pirate. Hey, we got a land, so we have 7 mana now. Which doesn't actually do that much for us. I've always got lots of cards in hand, so there's probably going to be lots of lands played, so I want a polluted bonds now. And hopefully gain some life back. Don't you counter this. Oh my, making it a big deal. Polluted bonds does work. Don't. Don't. Oh, Ugh, that's annoying. Well, that's our turn. So we'll pass that. Do you put it on the bottom? Yeah, that's basically 10 drain. Yeah, polluted bonds does do some serious work over time just because it sits on the battlefield and like it doesn't seem bad enough so people don't usually remove it as a lot of our cards kind of do. But our Fanatic of Mogis sucks now. Treachery on the Nahab. So no Nahab for Giant Penguin, but that's how she goes, I guess. Anyway, so the Rivals of Ixalan's going to be neat because it's going to be all the different kind of factions and characters vying for control of the city. And it looks like because there's a new mechanic on this bonus hunger card called Ascend, and the text, the Oracle text for it is if you control 10 or more permanents, you get the city's blessing for the rest of the game. So I think the idea is that Vona's gonna essentially capture the city, or at least get to the Immortal Sun first and take control of it. But it'll be interesting. Nightshade Peddler and Marath. Nightshade Peddler's an interesting card. It's not bad, but not great either. Anyway, I was pumped to see that Angrath got spoiled for the Planeswalker deck because that means we'll probably get a regular version of him as well in the set. And Angrath is a character that's brought up in the story of the first Ixalan expansion, but he's not actually a card in it. And Angrath's just like I think it's implied that he's from Theros, but he's a Minotaur that has like these burning powers. Essentially, like his body like glows and burns really hot, and he's got a chain that he can like do the same thing to. So he's got like a superheated chain, and yeah, he's pretty cool, but he's trapped on Ixalan and just really wants to leave, but he can't. So he kind of teamed up with Hotley because he's after the Immortal Sun. And Hotley's spark ignited when she first met Angrath and they were fighting. And then upon her spark igniting, Angrath was like, "Oh, you're a planeswalker too. That means we're allies now because we're both stuck here." So he's gonna Ashnod's Altar. This guy's gonna. Oh, we had 40-minute game clocks. This guy's burned so much clock just because he won't tap out. It's annoying. Oh, an Exsanguinate. That's really good. We're just gonna play Mogis. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's like, oh, I swear to God. Let me strike down the non-believers. Yeah, that resolves, right? And unfortunately, we don't have mana for anything else. But I suppose we could Exsanguinate for one, but that doesn't seem very worth it. We'll hold on to that for as long as we can, because it just gets better with age. And by that I mean the more lands and mana we have to sink into it. Is he gonna make an elemental? Oh, that's why he's got Nightshade Peddler. That's really good, actually. Right, I always forget that it works like this. So yeah, um, so the Death Touch on Marath, it's not Death Touch isn't necessarily combat damage. It's just damage the creature does. So he can remove a single counter and blow up any creature essentially. I mean, except Mogis, if he were a creature because he has indestructible. But made a weak and pitiful enemy, my friend. That's the scariest kind. They're desperate. Will try anything. And we're just gonna drain at everyone with Mogis slowly. So do we want to play Wound Reflection next? I worry about that making too much of an enemy of us. I don't know, if we Wound Reflection into an Exsanguinate down the road, that'll do a lot. Like a lot. Only Calciform Pools has 1,000 storage counters. Do you want to know the true meaning of pain? Oh, he means only after it has a million. Yeah. Nobody else just has anything on board yet, so he's gonna attack us. Which makes sense. Yeah, so he's just gonna blow up everybody's creatures and keep going with this strategy. Triskelion. Yeah, so the Triskelion thing here is this Marath deck always looks so cool because there's always just such interesting combos and stuff. So if he wants to, he can just remove the counters from Marath, put the counters on Triskelion, uh, and then um, just replay Marath because this cycle of commanders you get more value out of them the more you play them, right? Because it answers with the amount of mana you spent on it, which includes the commander tax. So it just gets bigger and bigger each turn, or each time he plays it rather. Can we bring back Smoke? I liked that card. Same. Yeah, that got riggedy wrecked, but my Hour of Revelation, is that the card? Let me see. Yeah, Hour of Revelation. All non-land permanents. Just bye-bye. Marchesa. He's probably gonna, yeah, he's extorting off of it as well. So we're looking at probably 7 damage next turn. How much life do we have? Oh, 18. I think if we draw a land, we'll Stranglehold and Fanatic. But if we don't, I think we just Wound Reflection. I'd like to Wound Reflection before we Exsanguinate, so. Wound Reflection will also double up the damage that Mogis does. Okay, so we take 3 here, and then we're probably looking at another 10 if this guy attacks us again with this. We go down to 5. Darkland isn't Mogusing me, fair enough. She won't immediately die. Yeah, so do we Stranglehold and Fnatic here? I don't know, I feel like if we Wound Reflection, we're just gonna get murked. Marath Nightshade. Yeah, he didn't realize that it needed mana. But reading's tough, so I understand. Yeah, I think we just Stranglehold and Fnatic. Or do we go big with the Wound Reflection? We're going big with the Wound Reflection and hoping we don't die. I'm still the only person in this game to accidentally pass their whole turn. Historically, you served as an example to others. We're gonna hold up for the big Exsanguinate next turn. We're taking a risk. I mean, the big, like, if we play Fnatic this turn, it could just get easily sniped as well. It's the big issue, so. So we are all going to take 4. Unless you sack a dude, then you take 0. But yeah, essentially. Let's have to veterans like me to teach you noobs how to play. I feel like there's a good chance that this guy just sacks this wall of blossoms here. That's okay. We're just holding out for the Exsanguinate next turn because we're really hoping we can resolve it. Oh, he's adding his mana. Alright, let's see. Is he going to replay Daxos now that he costs a bunch? Yeah, there he is. Now I could sack a dude. I think you won't be able to. Is this guy gonna take the 2, which turns into 4, or is he gonna sack a wall? Yeah, he sacked the wall, which isn't hugely surprising, but he's gonna play a Signet, which enters tapped because of blind obedience, which I'm not sure that guy realized based on the fact that he paused, but or is pausing rather. Maybe just pings the two other dudes and then replays Marath. Where's Return to Dust when you need it? This is coming from me, I'm assuming. Yeah, me and that guy. Okay, so we didn't take as much damage as we thought, or as we were preparing for. But yeah, I think we just have to go for the Exsanguinate next turn. Because it'll gain us a bunch of life, and it'll also just deal a ton of damage with the wound reflection. Hopefully it doesn't get countered. That's the thing we gotta rely on, is there's very likely a counter sitting on this guy, but yeah, we took 4. Which mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for we did it now, it drain each of them for 6. We gain 18, and then they all take another 6, so they're all taking 12. That's pretty good, because it just about kills this guy, and does some serious damage to those guys, and then puts us up to a high enough life total to survive longer. Nice, and he's getting rid of the obedience and not the wound reflection. Wait, what? Rex Sage? Truly a saint. Needs to happen. Don't think he expected his signet to enter tapped and is upset about it. I care not about wound reflection. Well, if this Exsanguinate resolves, you will. Doesn't intend on taking any damage. Blind obedience is the true terror. You're correct, Farp. That's totally right. He played the Signet earlier and then he paused because he didn't think the Signet was going to enter tapped. And he's going to pop the Queen Marchesa. He probably should have tapped Marath to convoke the Quarter Calling, and then he'd still have a mana left up if he wanted to Marath something. So if this is Angonite resolves, this guy's dead. Unless he gets rid of the wound reflection. The attrition deck. I'm really worried about a counterspell, but I don't think we can wait and try and play around it. That, and he's just got a lot of mana now. Actually, that's probably why he took all the things off calciform pools. Oh no, the wound reflection. Yep, there's Return to Dust. The true saint. There's like he wouldn't have. Not even slightly. Yeah, I figure. I mean, he already passed. He can't help at this point, but this guy's, of course, not paying attention, which is fine. Oh, really? Crop. Oops. Yeah, he should have used the Triskelion. Yeah, he definitely has a counter up. So, well, what do we do then? Because we're gonna get attacked for sure. Urborg, great. I think I just gotta go for it. This is. I know we could play these and try and scrape out another turn. Wait. Do we go for it or do we? Let's go big or go home. We're going big or going home. I'm sure I'll get angry comments about this, telling me about how I shouldn't have done this, but there it is. Yeah, Snapcaster and negate. I mean, we might not die, but it's unlikely. Yeah, there's the negate. Just the worst. That's okay. And there's the negate. I mean, at least Mogis didn't get returned to dust. That's nice. Could have happened. Instead of the Triskelion, so. So you're gonna sack the Snapcaster, take the damage. I'm curious if we would have resolved the Stranglehold then. I feel like he probably wouldn't have blown the Snapcaster and the negate on the Stranglehold. Well, at least that's down, I guess. That's coming from me. Yeah. So frustrating. I hate the Monarch. That 1/1 made spooky. Yeah, there's the Haven. I think that guy just made a misplay. I think he did think this guy was the Monarch just because it looks like he is. That's a weird swamp. Little like that. Not a fan. Okay, well, we take two, and he gets a thing from us. Yeah, we can't declare blockers. I probably shouldn't have called GG earlier, but I didn't mean that I was going to quit by calling that. I just mean that, like, I don't think we can win this now. So, which means I probably should have tried to use the Stranglehold and the Fanatic to delay a turn, but that's okay. I wanted to go big or go home, so I did that, and I failed. Yeah, I sacked Marath. I probably would have paid one and blown up the Snapcaster or something. Oh, actually, I guess that wouldn't have let him sack it, so never mind. Wastes. Who runs wastes? It's pretty much only in there if he's running some kind of Eldrazi. Nice, you gain life equal to the CMC of that mountain. Got him. It's been an interesting game. Also been a long game, but I think that's mostly because this guy has been wasting a crap ton of time. See the Unwritten. Yeah, so he gets to get two creature cards and from the top 8 cards of his library and put them on the battlefield. That's not scary at all. That's completely not at all scary. Woodland Bellower, which means he gets to go get a different dude. And an Angel of Serenity. Holy shit. Yeah, those are cards for sure. You can target stuff in the graveyard with Angel of Serenity too. I wonder if he's doing that. Yeah. Because it's kind of like you might as well target stuff in your own graveyard. If there's no other targets on board, or you're really worried about something being reanimated, because when Angel of Serenity dies, all the cards go back to the player's hand, not to the battlefield. So you can get your own stuff back. Just makes it a really interesting variable card, because it's not just triple Fiend Hunter, although it looks like it. He gets to go get a thing with Woodland Bellower. Recris. Well, nice again. Recris. Well then, Recris. Time him out. It could turn out to be a very costly bathroom break. Just disgusting. Eternal Witness targeting Inferno Titan. The correct answer to our Barbarian's riddle is to choke on your cleverness and die. Quality. I wish the gods had flavor text. Yawgmoth's corpse is a wound in the universe. His foul blood seeps out, infecting the land with his final curse. From Lord Windgrace. I'm assuming it's probably some elf or something. Could be a dude. Like a human, I mean. Owen's up for games after this one, Dark. I might need to take my sister into town. Implying you live outside of the city. Ha! Yeah, it was a pretty good turn. See the Unwritten is a really good card. I think 2 of them in paper, and I really enjoy it. Not any on here yet, but yeah, Mogi. Yeah, take that. Yeah, I don't really see us living through next turn, but Hanwar Garrison. At least you can't extort it. Town is a 5-minute walk away, but my sister's a wee princess. She could never make such a walk. Fair enough. Let the dog go with her. This guy's seriously gonna time out. She brings it with her. You said you you smell enough. Hey. I really enjoyed this chat. Oh wait, sorry everyone. I didn't mean to say oh my god again. You watch their mouth. Or keyboard rather. Though to be fair, I don't think Schnubble is a good guide dog. Keep activating stuff so that Omer has to pass. Yeah. Okay, so we got a pain magnification. Magnification. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play these two. If we play pain magnification and one of these, it's not gonna uh, get Mogis online, unfortunately, because he needs 7 devotion. So I'm gonna play Stranglehold, and then I'll play Fanatic because it'll give us the most like triggers for him to have to yield through. It's only gonna do 3 damage to each person, but that's okay. I think this guy just yielded through the turn, as he probably should have. Two minutes might be enough to kill like 1 or 2 of us, but I don't know if it's enough for him to kill all 3 of us. I don't even know if he can kill all 3 of us. Keep activating so that has to pass. I'm sure he's just yielded the turn again. Oh, nice detention sphere. Sorry if you could hear that. It's just scratching under my ear. What's he gonna detention sphere, huh? 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 Marath. Yeah, okay. I'll probably like pay 1 and ping somebody for something. Yes? No? Probably yielded the turn. Oh yeah, I already yielded through, so. Gonna get killed for my sins now. It's just because this guy's been not paying attention is mostly why he's using it. I mean, he's had lots of stuff to do as well, but the combo of the two. Like, this guy is straight up disconnected and still had plenty of time to come back. So, yeah, that's a win for No Titan, as it were. It's just tons of stuff that eats up time for him to do, though. I don't know if he can kill all of us. Well, he looks pretty committed to killing this guy. Life continues. He had to attack with at least 2, but comeuppance! Nice. I love this card. Final damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn by sources you don't control. If that damage source is prevented this way, it deals that much damage to that creature. If damage from non-creature source is prevented that way, it deals that much damage to the creature's controller. Well, that's it. I didn't know they redid the art for Restoration Angel. That's cool. That almost looks like a Asian style art. Interesting. I don't hate it. Yeah, it's gonna bounce his Bellower so we can get a different thing. And have it not die. Well, because the Witness and the Reclamation Sage will kill themselves, but the Angel won't. Resto Angel, best creature EU. Comeuppance! Come out. That was a good call for adding another or adding more time to the clock, because that turn took him more than a minute to get through. Oh, he hasn't auto yielded to Mogis yet. Oh, that's another 6 seconds lost. Why? Oh wait, no. All that for you close the game. Let's keep it going. Let's see if he quits. That would be hilarious. Alt F4 just closes whatever thing you're in. It'd be really funny if he did that. Now Giant Penguin is going to use all of his clock. Maximize that value. I mean, he's allowed. Custody Lich. Assuming it's gonna make this guy sack and not me, but he could do it the other way around. We're gonna play a swamp. Sorry, I was texting. Paid magnification. Oh right, Custody Lich is bugged, isn't it? We're just gonna pass the turn. He takes another 2. The bug makes him so strong. Yeah, I think it's just like regardless of how this guy interacts, you just always become the monarch for whatever reason. Had to pay so much for him. He's 9 for his 3-drop commander. We gotta clock this guy out. Oh, it's his turn. He can't get away from it. We're also just gonna have 6 of this guy's turn. The Snapcaster moves with the Angel of Serenity. Oh no, I'm dead. He has to discard a card now. Ah! What's it gonna be? I kind of want to like wait on the blockers thing just to try and like lull him away from his computer or not paying attention for a sec. He's so close to running out of time. We're looking pretty dead, aren't we? Oh no, we're not. We can block one. Looks like he didn't really commit to killing anyone, which I don't get. Well, 15. I guess I'll block that, yeah. Yeah, because I'm only getting attacked with those two, so I should live here. Let's see how this is going. Huh? Yeah, well, he's dead. Oh, 3 second, 1 second, two. Oh, the displacer, and he's done. That's 1-on-1 now. Had you dead to Inferno. Yep. Yep. Then he has to sack the dude, because if not, he just dies. It's up to you, Tao. I think he means up to you now. What's it gonna be? Oh wait, no, he can just play his commander. It has haste. No. The haste. The haste. Ah, ruined. The very end. Well, if we can't win, it's about as close as it gets. Last player left with one. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it. Leave a comment based on how you feel, or if you have any suggestions for me. Check out the channel if you want to see videos I've got already, and a bunch of other decks, as well as the deck tech for this deck, and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Thanks for watching, guys.